You've seen UDOIT Coatings video about the two different clear sealers. In this video, we cover what you need to know before purchasing products. Before you begin, the concrete you will be staining should be structurally sound and not breaking apart or peeling. If the concrete is brand new, it will have to cure for at least 30 days before applying this stain system. However, cold, damp conditions can extend this time. When the concrete is a uniform light color, you can stain it. Also be advised that interior concrete floors must be poured over an effective moisture vapor system because sealers, in general, are sensitive to moisture migration. Damp-looking concrete or a white powdery residue on top of the concrete can be signs of an underlying problem that should be fixed. The concrete should not be stained at all. Another consideration before you begin. Has the concrete previously been sealed? Quickly find out by spraying water on it. If the water soaks in right away, there's no sealer. If the water beads up like on a newly waxed car or puddles without soaking in, then most likely there is a sealer present. If the water slowly soaks into the concrete, then it is probably just tight concrete. Most interior floors do have tight concrete, and UDOIT Coatings products work very well. Staining concrete that has been previously painted or sealed is very unpredictable. In general, it is best to remove old stains, epoxies, and sealers to ensure a proper bond to the concrete. However, this is beyond our scope here at UDOIT Coatings, but we can offer some suggestions. Now, it is possible for UDOIT Coatings decorative concrete stain to adhere to some old paints, stains, and sealers, especially if they are well-adhered water-based acrylic products. However, stain will not adhere to polyurethane or epoxy coatings. Ultimately, since this is your own project, you can grind an old sealer, remove it with a natural stripping product, or take a gamble to see if stain will bond to it. The choice is yours. For more details, click on the Library tab on UDOITcoatings.com. For areas that have linoleum or outdoor carpeting on top of the concrete you'd like to stain, the prep work can be messy and very involved, since all of the old adhesive needs to be completely removed. Projects like these are really beyond our scope at UDOIT Coatings. You could use a natural stripping product or hire a local contractor before proceeding. If needed, contact us about your specifics. Another consideration for your project is time of year. For exterior applications, your project should not be exposed to rain or water from any source during the entire application process and for 48 hours after completion. This may mean turning off sprinklers and watering landscape by hand. Also, avoid extreme conditions. In the hot summer months, work only in the mornings. Hot concrete can cook stain and sealers before they have a chance to bond. In the cold months, typically work later in the day as long as the temperature of the concrete itself is at least 50 degrees Fahrenheit and the outside ambient temperature is at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit and rising. Lower temperatures can freeze these water-based products, making them flake off. For more information, refer to the tech data sheets on UDOITcoatings.com. Luckily, temperature is less of a concern on interior projects, but be aware that cold, damp weather will increase dry and cure times. Also, be mindful of shipping to your area in the winter months. If these water-based products freeze while in transit, they can be damaged and unusable. Under no circumstances will UDOIT Coatings be responsible for frozen items, so you may want to wait until the warmer months to purchase products. Once you receive your order, you'll need to pick a good time to begin your project. Timing the application of the sealer. For the clear poly glaze, you'll need to apply the first coat no later than 48 hours after applying the stain. Also, you'll need to apply the second coat in a small window of time, between 12 and 24 hours only after applying the first coat. If you are using the clear acrylic sealer, the application of the second coat is much more forgiving. Apply after 3 hours or days later. Consider cure times. After the project is complete, do not walk on it for at least 6 hours if using the clear acrylic sealer and at least 18 hours if using the clear poly glaze. For exterior projects, after the last coat of sealer is applied, wait at least 4 days to allow for a full cure before carefully placing items such as furniture on the project area. Allow at least 7 days before driving on it. Cold, damp conditions can extend this time. For interior concrete, wait at least 72 hours after the last coat of sealer before applying protective wax. Then wait an additional day before placing heavy objects, such as furniture, on the project area. For the most complete information, read UDoIT Coatings' written instructions under the Library tab on udoitcoatings.com before purchasing products. Next up is UDoIT Coatings' video about removing carpet for stained concrete. If your project area does not have carpet, feel free to skip this video and proceed to the following video, How to Prepare Your Concrete for Stain.